Guys, what's good? It's your boy Phil. Today I'm bringing you one of those videos where I try and pitch you an underground manga, right? Because sometimes in my spare time I'm just looking through shit trying to find the nice golden series, and I don't think I've found that quite yet. But it's a funny story. It's a funny story how I came about this series, and it's kind of coincidental as well. Because I was talking with a bunch of people in the comments about how there's not a lot of women representation in a Record of Ragnarok, right? All the contestants are dudes. I think the only girls we've seen in Record of Ragnarok are Eve and like a few others. There's not a lot. And this got brought to my attention because one of Hades' moves in the last chapter is named after Persephone, his wife, I think it's his wife. I don't know. Anyways, enough about Record of Ragnarok. Today we're talking about Majo Taisen, the 32 witches fucking this series, bro. The War of Greedy Witches. I think this is great. I love this series. I think it's funny as shit. I saw a bunch of people like retweet panels of this and I was like, what is this? And then people were memeing on it talking about this is literally just Record of Ragnarok with girls. It kind of is. It kind of is, but it's kind of cool. It's they're different in a lot of different ways. I like the meme. I like the meme that it's just Record of Ragnarok plus Fate combined. I think that's a funny meme, but I like the series. I think it has potential. From the creator of Kakegurui, which I thought was kind of funny. I thought that was kind of interesting. I don't know. I don't get the Kakegurui vibes from what I've read so far of the series, which I have read a bit of. I think it has 10 or 13 I think it's 13. It has 13 chapters out right now, so there's not a large time commitment with this series, Majo Taisen, The War of Greedy Witches. There's not a whole lot of time commitment just yet. 13 chapters. It came out last year, which I find interesting. So I think it's been on and off a little bit, which is fine. Obviously, you know, really shitty fucking year we've had, am I right? I like the series. I think it's cool. I'm going to talk about it. I'm going to try and pitch it to you. I think it has a lot of good things happening. If you like Record of Ragnarok, you're probably going to like the series. It's literally kind of copy and paste, but there are some different, elements to it. Per the usual, there's no gods. That's a big thing. I mean, Record of Ragnarok, half of the battle is the gods, right? I love that shit. I love seeing all the Greek and Norse and all the different pantheon gods in the mix. I really fuck with that shit, but this is more just historical figures. A lot of them I don't even know. They could be completely made up because I don't know any of them. I know like 2 of them. It's funny. It's a cool series. I enjoyed it a lot. Guys, without further ado, Majo Taisen. Let me try and pitch this to you. Let's do this shit. Unfortunately for Record of Ragnarok, I think one of the things Record of Ragnarok doesn't do quite well is getting me attached to the characters. Like, I have my favorite characters in the series, obviously. But once their round is done, I don't really care about them. And it's mostly because one of them, dies and goes into fucking oblivion. But we don't really see a lot of characters once their round is done. That's something I don't like about Record of Ragnarok. And that's something kind of Majo Taisen does differently because there's a lot more, they get more in depth, I should say, not depths, not a word. In depth with their characters. And I think I appreciate that. I appreciate that a lot. I love that type of shit. But anyways, Majo Taisen, it's a tournament, obviously, tournament of death, featuring some of the world's most famous, I guess, historical women. There's like, there's some fucking weird ones. Like I said, I think some of these characters, there's 32 of them, by the way, it's in the title. I think some of them are made up. I'm not gonna lie to you. Maybe I'm just, not historically knowledgeable, but I recognize some names that I know for damn sure are not made up, like Cleopatra, Mona Lisa, Joan of Arc, obviously, that's the main character. We'll talk about her in a minute. The girl, Bonnie and Clyde, yeah, Bonnie Parker, I think that's her. There's some cool ones I can't wait to see later down the line in this manga, but I'm saying some of these are probably made up. They're probably not, I'm just memeing, but I think that's cool. I'm a fucking history dude, even though I don't know any of these guys. I fuck with that shit. I like it. I fuck with Fate. I fuck with Record of Ragnarok. I like this shit. And I'm excited. I'm excited to catch up to it first off, and then hopefully follow it. I think it has monthly releases, which is cool. I fuck with the monthly release schedule. Big fan of that. But I read up to chapter 5. That's the first round, and right off the bat, you can tell first 5 chapters, about, you know, similar length to Record of Ragnarok. It's fast paced. It's really fast paced, and I won't try and get too in depth in the spoilers because I'm sure some of you guys are gonna want to read it after this video. But it's fast paced, man. It is fast paced as shit, dude. It took 5 chapters for 1 round to end. That's insane. That would be unbelievable in Record of Ragnarok. We'd be foaming at the mouth. But one thing that Record of Ragnarok does do really, really well is capitalizing on the hype. That's for damn sure. And while this series might, you know, it might have those more in-depth character creation type shit going on, while it does capture on the hype, it's definitely not at the level of Record of Ragnarok, that's for sure. And the art is cool too, man. It looks good. There's some good panels. I won't show you them because I don't want to get striked, but they're pretty damn good. Definitely worth your time for sure. Let's talk about Joan of Arc. So that's another thing about Record of Ragnarok that is kind of lacking. And this kind of goes back to the more in-depth characters that I would like to see in Record of Ragnarok. But Record of Ragnarok doesn't really have a main character, does it? I mean, you can argue Brunhild is the main character, right? But Brunhild's gonna fight like last, and she's not even gonna fight. She's gonna be a fucking, she's a Valkyrie. She's gonna do the Volin. She's gonna be a weapon. So she's not even gonna fight. There's really not a main character in Record of Ragnarok, right? Well, in Majo Taisen there is. It's Joan of Arc. I don't get why this historical being always shows up in a manga or anime. She just always shows up. In Fate, in a bunch of other ones, she's there. It's kind of funny. I like that shit. It's a nice cliche in anime. I think it's a good joke. I think it's a great meme. I fucking love it. She's the main character. One of the themes they toy around with in the series is desire. All the witches that are fighting in the tournament, they all have like a desire type power that awakens, and then they manifest some magic and shit. It's kind of like Persona. Well, not really, but it kind of is because they sign contracts and shit. I apologize. I don't want to spoil shit for you. I really don't. But it's fun. It's really good shit. Joan of Arc's the main character. She's confused, obviously. Confused protagonist. She's like saved off her deathbed and shit. And like similar to Record of Ragnarok, how everybody, you know, is dead and then they show up in the tournament. It's the same type of thing. And Joan of Arc looks to be the main character, and she looks like she's gonna be going pretty damn far in the tournament. Damn, I gotta catch up, man. I gotta catch up. It's only like what, 5, 7, 8 more chapters? I gotta catch up, bro. I gotta catch up. I really do. But those are some things that are pretty significant that are different between Majo Taisen and Record of Ragnarok. Listen, if you're, because I'm assuming a lot of people watching this video are my Record of Ragnarok, Shumatsu no Valkyrie boys, right? I'm assuming that's majority of you guys. This video is gonna get, if I'm lucky, it's gonna get 100 views, right? And there's not gonna be a lot of people who are already in the Majo Taisen community that are gonna come and watch this video, right? Like, I checked the Reddit. The Reddit has like less than 1,000 people. I joined it, by the way, but it has like less than 1,000 people in the Reddit. So I checked it out. I don't think there's gonna be a lot of Majo Taisen fans that come to this video. But what I want to do is get the Record of Ragnarok boys into this series, because I think this series has a lot of potential. I really do. I really do. It's cool. It's really cool. I don't want to spoil it. I apologize, but I think you should check it out. And while it doesn't have that hype factor, you know, it's not at that level that Record of Ragnarok is at, I do enjoy that it has some of the back and forth that we see in Record of Ragnarok, where like player 1 is you know, in control right now, but player 2 activates some like Super Saiyan type shit, and they're going back and forth. And I like that type of stuff. I think that's one of my favorite parts of Record of Ragnarok. You never really know who's gonna win. So far in Majo Taisen, you know, you kind of, since it's the beginning parts, obviously, and there's a few like main and side characters, you kind of know who's gonna win the round, right? Because in the first round, I knew the one girl was gonna win, right? Because she got introduced first. I'm not gonna say who. I don't want to spoil it for you. But yeah, it's good fun, man. It's good fun. I like the series. I think you should definitely check it out, especially if you're a Record of Ragnarok fan. And you get a little bored during the month-long wait that we have for some chapters to drop. I think you should definitely check out this series. It's a good little series. I think this has got a lot of potential. We might be talking about this a year from now, and it might explode. Who knows? I'm excited. Relatively early. I mean, it came out a year ago, man, and it's weird. I see no one talk about it. I just now started seeing it on my timeline and shit. It's weird. I don't know. Majo Taisen. Guys, go check it out. That's all I got for you guys. Just read like the first chapter. Let me know down below once you read the first chapter if you liked it or not. Sometimes all it takes is one chapter to get hooked on a series. You know what I'm saying? But do let me know if you enjoy it, if I put you on, or if you're already reading it. Who knows? I mean, I'm sure there's a bunch of you guys who were foaming at the mouth at Record of Ragnarok, and you were like, oh my god, I gotta see if there are more series like Record of Ragnarok, and maybe you stumbled upon Majo Taisen, and maybe you found it pretty enjoyable. I did, that's for damn sure. But guys, until the next one, I'll see you guys later. Peace out.